Hello, everyone.
Hey, hello.
It's Marcella and
And
Aurora
Aurora.
from nds-institute.com, ready to answer your questions for today. And um, we'll see how it goes. As always, just take whatever resonates with you and leave whatever doesn't resonate with you. May it be your question or not, there is a message here for everyone who resonates with either the question or the answer.
Yep, just because the questions come from people doesn't mean the answers aren't for you, but trust your
Yeah,
own self as to what works and what doesn't.
yes. Okay, the first question that we have today is, what is this deep sadness in me? Why is it there? What am I not seeing? And how can I release slash unblock it? Thank you, my dears.
Oh, I felt the love in that. That was beautiful.
Yeah, and a lot of hearts and prayer and flowers after the message. Like it's very magical.
Oh,
Mm. Um, what I feel is that it's that I feel like a fairy that is almost like lost in the woods and being cast aside from other fairies because of her unique perspective in the world. Like that she sees things differently and her it's full of magic, but it's almost like what she thinks of as magic, other people think of as, oh, what is this, sparkly thing? I don't know it. Like not being appreciated for the magic um, and the uniqueness that she has, they have to offer to the world. I will pick a
yes.
card.
I drew a card and it was the coming to life card reversed. So I'll put it this way,
Uh,
but it's like a fairy coming out of, and she's definitely magical. And reversed is like you're forgetting your own magic. And sometimes it seems very simple. That magic maybe to other people wouldn't even resonate as magic. Like
yeah,
um the card also says, like, imagine if a farmer came out and after he planted carrots, came and pulled the seed still out or the sprout out and was like, this didn't work, and then threw it on the ground and got mad and went away. It's like it's slow going in the beginning with your magical self and trusting and all those small baby steps, like be very gentle and very easy on yourself. um
yeah. I do, I do feel as well that acceptance for who you are is very important, even if maybe that is the one to unblock it, like answers to the other questions, that even if no one else around you sees your magic, it doesn't mean that you don't have it. And you know that you do have it. So it's like
yeah.
to accept that that's who you are, that is the way that you see things, that you do things, and you don't have to conform to, to hide the image of, I don't know if you've seen Shark Tales comes to mind. I think it's a shark that is vegetarian and then he dresses like a dolphin because all the other sharks will judge him for not wanting to eat meat. And so like he puts a scarf around to hide his fin and he's
Well,
like, I'm a
that's
dolphin
funny.
now. So yeah, I kind of feel the same way. It's like, oh, no one sees my magic, so now I have to like pretend I'm not magic, or like hide my sparkle so that I can fit in with these people that I don't want to fit in the first place. But like it's better than being alone or feeling that they're all they are, almost like a Smurfs or like yeah fairies, and we have this community of fairies, and then just like being cast aside or being standing by yourself and not knowing that there are other fairies or there are other people that will appreciate the magic. It's like consciously you know it, but it's not like deeply felt. So maybe
Oh, I
maybe that's
even
where the
see,
sadness comes from.
and the sadness, and it's funny, like today a friend gave me a message that was just beautiful that her husband said about me, and he was very kind and loving and and rooting for me. That and it just makes me feel like the same goes for this person asking the question. Like there are people out there that you don't even know are rooting for you and that have your
Yeah,
back, and they're not even in your everyday conversations, or like you just don't even know that they want you to do the best. Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe I can offer this download of seeing your own magic, um, seeing, okay, yeah, just connecting to all these invisible people that you don't know that they are rooting for you and they're
Yeah.
waiting for you, waiting for your magic to be displayed, and the ability to see our own magics and feeling that we're not alone.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I, so if you want this download, just say yes. Can I download this knowledge on a cellular level, on your heart level, everywhere in your body, just to know that how it feels like. Mm. Very good. I do see it. I do feel it. I've downloaded for myself as well. We honestly have no idea. Sometimes I receive like messages from people that follow me on Instagram, but that they don't necessarily send a message or anything. And then just randomly they'd be like, oh, I put an alarm every time that you go live just so that, I don't miss it, but I missed it this time. I was
Oh,
like, I didn't even know. There are people out there
oh,
that are like making time
yeah, that's
for, yeah.
awesome.
And thank you for every message that you send. It kind of reminds us that we're not alone, and the work that we do, is seen and appreciated.
Yes.
Uh,
What's our
next,
next question?
next question is, what's in store for the rest of the year? What to expect and to work on? Currently doing the Artist Way program, and it's harder than I thought it would be.
Doing what program?
The Artist's Way.
Oh, the Artist's Way. Oh, that's a good program. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know
You don't
about
know.
it,
One of
but
the first exercises is called morning pages, and um, before your feet touch the ground, before you think about anything else, you're supposed to write 3 pages. Um, and so you take a clear book and you write for, even if you say, I don't know what to write, or it's your dream, or it's like a to-do list, just write, and you can't stop until you're done with 3 pages. And after a while, spirit starts coming through and the messages get very clear. It's very, very good training for the subconscious intuition thing.
uh,
But
oh,
I haven't gone
thanks.
through the whole program, so I don't know how hard it is.
Well, apparently it's harder than she thought it would be. So,
Yeah. But she wants,
so yeah.
tell me the question again, though.
Okay, what's in store for the rest of the year? What to expect and work on?
Hmm.
Pull 3 cards. So what's in store? What to expect and what to work on?
Wow.
Mm.
I pulled the making choices card,
Mm.
2 different doors, but it was reversed as well.
Yeah.
So it talks about like it's not time to abdicate your power, to let go and let other people make decisions for you. It's really important for you to make your choices and decisions appropriately, but also that like no one can take that away from you. That's the one thing you have in life. And if you're playing the victim, you're literally choosing that as well. And so you're still not um, able to make it other people are choosing for me. No, no, no.
Mm.
So one thing to work on is making your choices be the ones you want rather than being the victim. Does that make sense?
Right. Yes, it
Um,
just,
and there's a component about being really honest with yourself in making those choices and making the decisions and making the progress that you need to make, that you want. Like I have a goal that I really want, but I keep making all these excuses for it and all these like, I don't know, and it's just not happening. And I'm like, it's not happening because I'm not really focused on it. I'm not really going for it either. So it's this weird, I don't know. You go ahead.
yeah. Yeah, no, it's very similar what I see. So the first what's in store, it is the riches. It's what's in store. Like a financial freedom, like being in your power. I think maybe as you were saying, something that you really want is to be financially free, or at least to have like this all getting the lottery, or like being financially independent. But what to expect is you believing that you can do it. So expect
Mm.
yourself to not be it's not in your favor, quote unquote, but to have all these blockages that you are like stopping yourself from being there, from being there right now. And what to work on is exactly the same thing. It's like all the fights that you're having inside your brain, all the contradictory programming and the contradictory thought that why maybe you don't deserve it, or maybe it's not possible for you, or why you can't get to that one thing that you really want. Yeah, making decisions is very important, and getting there. Also, in this, we can be lost because in this day and age, we do have all the information available, but our brains can maybe stop us from seeing that. Like, um, my husband became a mechanic through YouTube videos, also financially literate, just following people that know. Like, there is so much information on whatever it is that you want to do to help you reach those goals. But if you don't see it, or if you stop yourself from seeing it, that you'll just see, oh, there isn't any out there, and like I'm stuck in this forever. No, making your own decisions, and like knowing that it's possible. There's the helicopter flying.
Oh, it's making your voice kind of wobbly. That's funny.
I was thinking, know that it's possible to have your own helicopter and to fly. Don't have to walk to your desires. You just catapult and fly in there. It is possible. And I know that you are on your way to achieve that. So maybe I can offer a download just to change every programming that it is not possible for me to have what I want into it is possible for me to have what I want. I know how to do it. And I am on my way to I'm on my way there. I'm on my way to the thing that I really want. And everything else is not aligned with that. It clears and leads your life like naturally, organically. Like I see a lot of bushes that just, clear out to show you the way you need to take to go to where your heart desires. And anything else to add before?
Nope. Next question. I'm ready.
I received them in different. Okay. Phobia from bacteria feeling burned psychologically. What should I do? Any downloads?
Oh, can you say that again?
Phobias from bacteria. Fear, I guess. Irrational fear.
Like phobia of a bacteria. Can you just read the question again?
Phobia from bacteria feeling burned psychologically. What should I do? Any downloads?
Go ahead.
So yeah, I just feel like the phobia from bacteria is almost like a mask, like something that's keeping you from digging deeper. Like basically it's like, I'm afraid of this door, so I cannot go out. And like being stuck inside, it creates all the other like tumultuous problems, and like all the feeling burned out because you're not doing something that you want to do. Looks like it's the theme for today. And just finding, it's not an excuse, but almost finding any excuse to not do it. And the excuse would be like, I'm so terrified of bacteria that I don't know, I cannot touch the door, and if I can't touch the door, then I cannot go out, and if I do not go out, then I'm stuck here.
Yeah. And I pulled two cards, and one of them is the compass, and both were upside down. Every card has been upside down for me, but
most for me as well. Yeah.
It's interesting. The compass talks about, in reverse, talks about your making something else your God, whether it's the relationship or your weight. And like, if you don't, but you don't like it, so you start obsessing over it, or finances and you obsess over it. But that then becomes your God. It becomes the thing you're paying most attention to rather than spirit. And it's like, take a step back. You can tap into being blessed and knowing that you're protected by spirit. The more you focus on the bacteria, the more you're calling it to you. And so you can then create where you're getting these like weird bacteria infections that don't go away, or that you might lose a toe over, or like all this crazy stuff. But that's because that's where your focus has been.
Mm. Yeah, I do. The card that I pulled is like the card of the possibilities and illusions. Also, and there's another verse, and the Empress, which meaning and the third card, which is like regretting your choices, and this is one upside down, which means that you know that you have a lot of possibilities, and you start fantasizing, and you know that you are in full power, and then when you're about to make the decision, then you're like, no, 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 I remember like this time when I did this, and then I get this infection, and now like I don't want to go there again, and then you don't do it. Like you take a step back, and that lack, or you feel like powerlessness, like turns into burning you psychologically, because then it turns into hopelessness. And you don't, yeah, you're focusing, you can see the possibilities, but you're focusing on the one thing that can't work, and also the feeling that things won't change. So maybe the one download that I can offer is to no, everyone, there is a program that things won't change, that things always change. And also we're in the power to know the direction in which the things change.
What's funny you say direction, because like I said, the compass card came up, and the I'm getting that, like sitting in quiet contemplation and really focusing on what you do want, or asking for what spirit wants you to know is really important. Because there's the other card I pulled was rock bottom, but it was reversed. So it's like there is no way but up from here.
Yeah.
Like it's going to get better. But so I just wanted to add that to what you're creating for a download, of like downloading what it is to be on the verge of, maybe not on the verge of, to stepping into that beautiful path that you want, and finding your compass pointing you in the true north of your heart, like the true direction of your heart.
Yeah, what I see is like you are afraid of the door, but you're forgetting there are windows. So it's like you cannot go through the door. Okay, jump through the window. And it's like it's soft in there, and you can still like go in the direction that you want. It's not because one door is closed that all doors are closed. So you can create a new door to go towards where you can and want to. So I am creating. Okay, we can download the feeling of even an inner compass that points north to your heart desires, and
I love
say yes
that.
to that. Yeah, everything that we've downloaded so far, it's been about following our way, our heart's desires,
Right.
going like forward.
Right.
And our last question will be interesting, because like in which aspect I should work on myself? Where am I stuck?
Which is so funny, because I pulled the elephant listening card, but I often see, and it wasn't the only one that wasn't reversed in the whole thing, listening. But guess what? Elephants can get stuck in the mud. So where you're stuck, like those stuck moments, that's interesting.
I'm going to pull 3 cards, and I'm going to let you decide, and you, I mean the reader, the listener, whichever one you want. So for you, and then I will make the interpretation. Oh, a very interesting card. So I guess this will be card number 1, number 2, and number 3. So close your eyes.
Wait. Let me pick one. Hold
okay.
What's the question? What we should be working
Where
on?
am I stuck? What should I be working? In which aspect should I work on myself? Where am I stuck?
Okay. So 1, 2, or 3?
Yes.
Okay.
Done. Will you tell me before or after?
After. I
Okay,
don't want it to change your
that's
or
sure.
anybody else's connection to the
Right, of
question.
course. This is card number one. So if you picked one, what you should be working on and what's your stack. It's interesting. It's the same card as before that we already did a download for. Means feeling that things don't change, can change. So normally, when it's not reversed, this card means that you are focusing on things that didn't went wrong instead of things that went right. But it's also number five, which means it's a card of change. So if it's reversed, it means that you are focusing on things that didn't go right, and also you feel that things can change, so that the same pattern will keep repeating over and over again. So think the so what you should work on is this. Well, listen to what we said before, and you can say yes to that download to see to connect your northern compass in your heart and to point you forth
And
to
listen.
and to listen, yes, what your heart's desires are, which way to go to from here, and that you always know what you want, and it is possible that things always change and for the better. Number two, if you pick this card, whoa,
It's running away.
it's running away. Yes, it's almost the Prince Charming. I think it was reversed as well. It's the Prince Charming that is coming. It's coming to the rescue, but he's running away. So if you choose this card, is I think that what you're stuck on is giving your power to another person or waiting for another person to come into your life to make your life better. Like, oh, Prince Charming is going to come and suddenly everything is going to be great. But Prince Charming is running away. So he is coming with like a golden, with his heart in his hand. But because you're, well, the card is reversed. So it's something stopping him from fully coming into your life as a Prince Charming. It's rather is coming like as a grunchy man, or rather as he's not coming, or he's like just gravitating towards you because he's waiting for you to decide that you are the one that can make the decisions in your life and move forward and not wait for another person to do that for you. Might be Prince Charming, but it might also be your therapist, any person that is outside of yourself, like, or your mom and dad to come and rescue you, like whatever is a person that is not you. That is what you should work on. Again, to feel your own power. And I love number three. Ready? It's the ass. It's the cup, the ass of what's it like? It's basically one of the most beautiful cards that is like love overflowing, and this new things are coming. And this one is not even reversed. So for this one is just bring more love into your life, and what you should work on, just remember that you are the light of the divine source and that you can create everything. And also don't give from an empty cup. This cup also says that before you give to everyone else, remember to fill your own cup, overflow it, and then it creates rivers where everyone else can drink from it, like pools of love and whatever your energy is. So don't limit yourself. Don't give to others before you give to yourself, before you feel that you are in a position when you can love freely, when you can give freely the light of the source, because you're not lacking. And so with this one, a simple download to remind you that you are the light of the universe, that you come from this source of divine love, and to remind you to give yourself that source of love that you are also giving to others. Right. It is done. So yeah, let us know also which card did you pick and how is that, what it says for you.
That's funny because I was really drawn to card 2 at first, and then I went, no, it's 1. And then I heard it's all 3 and there's a message, and it flowed perfectly.
Yes. Yeah, so the 3 is like, yeah, there is always a solution. It's not outside of you. You are the light of your universe, and you are creating your own destiny moment by moment.
Yep. It's great. All right, we'll see you guys soon. Much love.
Bye.